You ready? Assalamu alaikum, and I would like to say welcome to the listening audience. I want to start by saying in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom all holy praise is due forever. And in the name of his last and greatest messenger, our divine leader, teacher, and perfect guide, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I greet you all in the greeting words of peace and paradise of Assalamu alaikum. I'd like to first introduce the brothers to my right, starting with this brother here. This is Brother Minister Yusef Abdul Rahman. Seated here is Brother Minister Haleem Farad Muhammad, and myself, I am Minister Khalil Rahman Muhammad, and we are broadcasting to you live today from Muhammad's Temple of Islam number 12, the headquarters mosque in Philadelphia. 12H, matter of fact, to be clear. And so our topic of discussion for today is the time and what must be done. And so what we're going to offer you is a general discussion of the time and what must be done as far with regards to things that are going on the planet, around the earth, Philadelphia, and whatever city you may be. And so after this presentation is over, feel free to email us through YouTube and give us your opinion, thoughts, and ideas. So I would like to open up for discussion. Minister Yusef, would you like to make a comment?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
We're living in a time where the controlling factor of the system have created a situation where it's hard for us to survive. But we were lucky to have the Grand Master of the universe visit us in the person of Master Farad Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
He taught us the science of how to eat to live. The purpose for us to learn about the beans, remember the story of Jack and the beanstalk? Remember how Jack had a cow and the cow was starving to death?
Yes, sir.
And all he had was a little bean, right? But he took that bean became the vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
That he climbed up on, right? To get into a higher form and get the chicken with the golden egg.
Yes, sir.
Well, likewise, right? Intelligence is the act of doing something with a point of view. The motive of the bean was not to rally around the bean pie. It was showing you how to survive when things get really rough, right? And he taught us to eat once a day. Why? Because, right? He realized that the system is going to get so bad and the food is going to be so poisoned, right? That the system got to be able to fight that poison off. So we're living in that time wherein the reality of the teaching of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is manifested itself today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mr. Haleem?
Yes, sir. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As we see all over the earth today, that the whole earth today is one global nation, it's one giant Egypt. It's famine everywhere. Every country on earth today is being controlled by some political pharaoh, some spiritual pharaoh masquerading as though he is God himself. Some totalitarianism, anybody who thinks that they want to control the wealth, the health, and the welfare of the people. Here in America, if you need to study the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence and your Bill of Rights gives you the power and the authority to disband the United States government as foreseen by the Founding Fathers, because you have the inalienable right to do so when that government becomes unjust. Last night on BBC World News, the Czechoslovakia and the Czech Republic, the people, the whole country came out and overthrew totalitarianism. Totalitarianism means a government group that commands 100% servitude of those under the government. So you have no say-so in anything. But yet last night, they overthrew the government by marching in the street. When we're advocating not marching in the street, but being a thinking American, you have rights that just nobody can, no banks and greed they just can't legislate your money away. They can't steal through stock markets. You must, as an American society, be willing to stand as the man stood in Tiananmen Square in front of that tank and declared that he wasn't taking it anymore. we must take a stand locally, nationally, internationally, and globally as a people who want to be free. Until you're willing to take a stand, to phrase Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he said, if a man or woman has not found something to die for, then he is not fit to live. Find something to stand on as Jesus stood for. Die for the truth. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
A burning question that a lot of Americans ask today, and I'm going to ask both ministers to please answer this question. A lot of Americans, especially Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, and even poor whites, health care. Not being able to take our children to the doctor when they're sick, not being able to take our children to the dentist when need be, and not even being able to take ourselves. Mr. Haleem,
yes, sir.
What do you think would help give health care to everyone?
That's an excellent question. The problem is, universal health care is a positive and great thing for all those who are in need. However, institutional racism will not allow such a program or a bill to be passed, because so many people's hands, money is going to be missing. They're not going to be getting paid off. The HMOs are going to be losing. Once you organize something where everybody is going to even kill, because why should somebody on welfare have this health care, and the people in Congress that they represent, they have the Diamond Plan, they got the Jubilee Plan, and you're representing me, but yet you have a better health care than I have. So something's wrong with that type of system, that it has to be abolished, and we must start all over again so that people can have an equal health care.
Thank you. Minister Yusef.
If you're living in a system where the wages is downplayed, where like the McDonald's making $7 an hour, if you was to bring about health care in McDonald's, that means it would probably take $1.25 an hour from a person that's making $7 an hour, and they only would make about $5.75. So, being they would quit the job, the small business don't want that, because they want to keep the people in slavery, right? So, we're living in the system right now, as the bill is being passed right now. The only one benefiting from it is the insurance companies, right? The insurance companies are living like a fat cat, because they got they're going to get 40 more million customers, right? And ain't going to pay out nothing. So the people will be wild with nothing anyway.
Well, I think that it's not as if they're not going to wind up with anything. They're going to have a little bit better health care than they have now, because the chips, because remember, chips for children, okay, that's a state funded, free, under a certain guideline, because based on income. Welfare, you have to remember the elderly. See, the elderly, the questions that needs to be asked: how much more is Medicare and Medicaid, how much are they going to lose? How much more in premiums do the elderly people have to pay? See, these are questions that you have to ask your congressman and your state representative, those who are in political leadership in your particular district.
Okay. Next question. America has a very bad employment situation now. We know that they're giving us reports each and every day that the economy is coming out of the recession. However, Americans are losing jobs continuously. How does that reflect to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad with regards to the fall of America? Minister Yusef.
First of all, when you have a system that's based on greed, the only reason why the stock market is going up now, because they're laying more people off, that means their bottom line is higher. So they're taking their bottom line and creating an illusion in the stock market. In fact, the stock market do better when people are laid off.